What's up, boys? Hello.
Look at that. Tim and Scott, before we even get on the screen, bam, they're there.
I think they're cheating. I totally think they're cheating. I think they know somebody.
Hey, Gord.
So, big news. Well, you want to get the first big news out of the way? First big news being that we get to race this weekend because, the rules didn't change. So that's a big deal.
We can race this weekend. Green Bay, they need to make money. They got new people in the organization, and they're like, yeah, no, we're opening this thing up. They're still doing pickleball right now.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
Please, somebody explain to me. Do you know anybody who plays pickleball? You know anybody who plays pickleball? Wow.
I think Steve, his dad, does. And he lives nearby there, so I'm not sure if he goes there to play or what.
It's kind of a weird one.
Like pickleball is like badminton with tennis ball, or is it? I don't know. I don't even know. It's like half badminton, half tennis.
I can't help but notice every single time I go and look at a pickleball facility.
Yeah, facility.
That would be a prime location for an indoor racetrack.
I think we need
drag racing, on-road racing, all of that. I say we rush them next time. Take it over.
Steve says it's giant ping pong. It's like pong, ping, ping pong.
Bing, bing. Bing, bing.
Did you know that ping pong was developed from a board game company and it turned into an Olympic sport? Fun fact.
So
racing this weekend.
I'm going to show you guys what Maddox has been building. I'm going to check this guy out. So Maddox got this for Christmas, right? It's the TCRM.
TCRM.
And as you know, my kid's not the most patient person in the world.
Takes after his father. What?
So he's already built it for the most part. Now he's trying to figure out where to get all the electronics to fit. So he's pulled the motor out of the other one. We still got some adjustment we need to make.
Set up station action.
It went together really smooth. Considering he's 13 and he built it without me really helping him at all. And he wanted to build it all on camera, so he's got the whole thing recorded and thought it was kind of cool. But he's right. There is not a lot of room on that sucker for electronics.
I'm curious. Can you put the battery left to right in there? Is that a possibility? Give you a little more room in front of the battery?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see here.
Turn that sucker.
Yeah, I think so, actually. I think if we put the one here and one here, I think these are the same as the battery mounts. I think so. Probably. Maybe I'll try that.
Another crisis averted.
Yeah, and then just put all the electronics further up. You can't move it forwards or backwards, though, if we put the battery sideways.
That's it. Where it is, where it is.
Where it is where it is. It's a ball diff. And very, very tiny balls. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, so I'm excited. I think it's going to be cool. He says I'm not allowed to run it first. He has to run it first, which is fine. I don't really care.
I don't think you get to run it at all.
I don't get to run it at all, right? Yeah.
Let me show you how to break it, son. It's usually how it goes. Right, Scott? Takes his wife's Mini for a rip, and first 10 seconds, boom, broken.
Whoa. Hold on, honey. Let me show you how this works. Oh,
This thing's really fast.
whoa. That was quick. So I got something from Chad that showed up. He dropped it off. This little guy here.
You have to make your screen bigger. Let's see. Drift R2.
So this is the drifter. I'll make my screen bigger.
Yeah, let's get a little bigger there to get a little more closer. Peak.
So the wheels aren't mounted yet. I haven't done the shocks yet. It's missing some electronics, but this is an iPhone. That's a Max, but it fits on the phone without any issue. So
you too can drift your cell phone.
You too can drift your cell phone. And then just to show you guys, this is the receiver that he got me. It is so tiny that I almost didn't want to take it out of the package because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. So that is the receiver. 4-channel. And this one is actually set up for a Sanwa. So I get to run that one on my this one on my fancy newness. Put it in this neat little plastic box. I have this funny feeling I'm going to have to do soldering with super small, tiny things. That's going to make my eyes hurt.
Well, I gotta say, at least it won't make your hair fall out.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to see who we got. Darren here. Hello, Darren. How are you doing? Make it bigger so we can see. Okay, I have to post that video up so I know how to build mine. Yeah, so there were mistakes made. We did have to backtrack a couple times. One time he comes up and he's all mad. He's like, it doesn't work. It's built wrong and it's missing pieces. And I'm like, I doubt that, but let's check and see. So we take a look at it, and yeah, sure as heck, he's putting the wrong piece into the wrong spot, which is why it's missing pieces. But he got it. It was like a little machine until he got it done. You know, the cool thing about this little thing is I can put it anywhere on my desk and it's really not in the way.
Get lost into the...
I'll just get lost into all of the bits and pieces.
Just blends right in.
Yeah. So he's got some really cool bodies and stuff that are going to come up with it. I mean, I don't even know if you guys can... You probably can't see these because they're so small. But it's crazy. All that little brass stuff in the bottom there. Those are all screws and bolts. Like, I'm scared that I'm going to drop it, lose it. You know.
Don't do that.
Yeah, Kelly says, don't sneeze. The car will disappear. You're right. The car will disappear. The wheels. And there's the wheels. Drift wheels. And I got another set of wheels here, and I got some bodies and stuff on the way. This is a set of Leia wheels. So you paint them up and detail them yourself, but these ones have adjustable offset.
Cool.
When you assemble them. Yep. So I got Chad built this for me. Put most of it together. Then he had to go back up north to go back to work, which Kelly, by the way, Chad's in Whitecourt. So you should make him come down. Chad, you should go down to the racetrack and go race with Kelly. That would be a good idea.
Heck yeah.
And what scale is that little bastard? That size. I think it's like 1/32 or something. It's super small. Some people are calling it 1/24, but I really think it's smaller than 1/24 because it's more like an Orlando in its scale and its size. So
interesting.
Yeah.
So a good thing with that thing, you can drift it anywhere.
Yeah, you might even be able to drift it on your desk. That'd be kind of cool if you could.
Well, first of all, you have to clean the desk.
Yeah, I'd have to clean my desk.
Yeah, me too.
But I could get Tim to come give us a hand because he made a plow for the front of his SCX 24. So you can put that on your desk, plow everything off onto the floor, and then drift.
Well, you could plow a course, right? Plow some stuff this way, that way.
Good.
Have a course.
Yeah, absolutely you could. Easily. So, there's some other big news outside of my tiny little things here that, Drag racing
rules.
Drag racing.
For next year.
For next year, there's been some big changes, apparently. Not really.
Some changes in there.
They're not really changes, I think, that are going to affect us locally with our club. Because really, I don't think we had anybody here. There's only one person that actually built a 13.5 car that I know.
Yeah.
You know anybody?
Not so much.
Everybody else was just building cars to go as stupid fast as they could go.
Stupid fast as possible.
Flip, crash, bang. All we were missing, ramping off the timing lights at the end. Just sail.
Did you do that?
Hey?
Did you do that? Ramp it off the...
I might have.
Yeah, I did.
You did. I think almost everybody's done it once because those ramps are just the right angle.
Yeah.
I know I got one in slow-mo, but that was over in Armstrong when we did it. That's a good shot.
Still awesome. So big changes are going to be to the current class we're running.
Right.
We're going to open up the bodies, so you can run whatever body you want. Pro mod, go for it. As fast as you want to go for it. We're still sticking to the sauce rules. No sauce on your tires at the track. Just to keep things simple. I find people, when they see how complex it can be to get the sauce down the right amount of time, some people are using tire warmers too and stuff. We're just gonna keep it simple. You can blow off the surface, you come run your car, have some fun. If you want to, you can clean your tires off in between rounds if you want. But if you leave a mark on the track, you're DQ'd from not only the race that you're at, but the following one as well.
Okay.
So you don't want to leave any kind of marks. So it's just to keep things simple. You want to keep it simple, fun for everybody.
What if your car just kicks ass so much that it lays rubber down the track?
I haven't seen that.
No. Okay.
Your tires are getting that hot. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's not like a real drag tire, because real drag tires are different compound, and they're going to lay down some rubber.
Like I got these fancy things here.
Yeah, you still
tire warmers. I'm going to heat those suckers up, and it's just going to melt rubber down the track.
If you can do that, I'll get you a little medal.
I get a hero cookie?
Yay! I think we'll get a little model DeLorean for you. With the flames coming off the rubber. Back to the Future.
You know what? Tim's already got one of those started at the store.
The DeLorean.
The DeLorean, yeah. It's got the whole wheel effect thing going on, so it's perfect.
Come on now. So the other big change, we're changing out from our 3S class because no one kind of ran it. It was there for the drag cars, the funny cars, and they kind of disappeared. So gone. But what's replacing it is going to be a class more um, for anybody.
Right.
It'll be for people that have the box stock ones that can race. It's for people who want to throw something together. So what it's going to be is going to be a bracket style. So we haven't set the time yet for it. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 2.8 or 2.9
Okay.
class. So what that means is your run time, your ET can't go faster than a 2.9 or 2.8. Like I said, we haven't set that yet. So you're just trying to get your car close as you can to that 2.8 or 2.9 without going faster. What that's going to do is going to eliminate the motor game because 13.5s or 17.5s, can't remember what they're doing, but some of those cars are freaking quick.
Well, they're switching them up from 13.5 to 17.5 now.
Yes, did see that.
Yeah, but the biggest thing that really seemed to be upsetting the most people, from what I'm reading and seeing, is people are complaining because if they run the 17.5 class, they can't run, according to the NPRC rules, they can't run the outlaw class. You guys, it's NPRC. They don't sanction anything up here. Nobody cares. Run what you got. You're gonna not. No track director in a small club is gonna say, nope, you've got too many cars to run. If you have a track director that says that and you're a small club, you guys need a new track director because you guys aren't going to go far.
Yeah, you gotta get as many cars out as possible and have the most fun as possible. So again, the bracket race is going to be open to any motor, any timing. That's just going to eliminate me having to go look under everybody's car, find out what they're running. You know, who knows? They'll sneak something past me. You know, you got the bracket to race within. Here's a limit.
All those
Race within it,
things.
right?
I'm just looking to see if I got a 17.5 kicking around here.
So that one there is going to be, like I said, you can drive. You can take your fast car, detune it, put the body on that has the full bumper and the full cutouts.
Where's a 17.5?
Hey. There you go. So it doesn't have to be that. Like it can be anything. It's opened up to buggies, to buggy bodies or buggy chassis. So if you got a buggy chassis or something a little bit shorter, that's fine, as long as it's 2-wheel drive and rubber tires.
Rubber tires, all rubber tires.
All tires.
Scott's asking. Scott wants to do a front-wheel drive class. There probably won't be enough people to do an actual front-wheel drive class. I'm pretty sure it would be fine to do an exhibition style setup. You want to run passes and your car can hook up and go. I'm sure there's lots of people that'll grudge match you without any problem.
Oh yeah.
So bring it, run it.
How fast is it going to be? You might want to run it with the bracket class, right?
Yep.
Yeah, bring it in for the bracket, race the bracket, and have some fun. Again, with that one there too, feel free to do what you want to your tires. As long as it doesn't leave a mark.
Yep.
These marks on the thing, you're DQ'd. You're done. Not for just that race. For
right.
The following one as well. Just to take, if you're gonna cheat with that, what else you can cheat with, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's got to be a rule set, and that's the rule.
Yeah,
that's simple.
That's simple. Follow the rules. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We haven't done our prize draw yet. Been a little preoccupied with a bunch of other stuff. I'm sorry. We will get them, and we got to do up some trophies still. I just haven't had time to go to your house to do them.
This year, 2022. We're in 2022. Yay, 2022. What? Anyways, this year we're gonna do two weeks or 2 days of test and tune, and then get into the racing again, like we did last year.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do two or three test twos at the beginning of the year. Basically, just test out the surface, see when it's ready to actually race on.
Right.
I think the points, we're going to do 1 points race per month. That way, if some people can't make it, so have like one test and two night with some racing still, and then one race night per month for the points.
The striped one there, Keenan wants everybody to know he just turned 11, so he's a New Year's baby. He partied it up on New Year's. There are no schedules set up yet. So anybody who wants to ask when any kind of racing is showing up, if it's not indoor carpet racing right now, there's no other schedule set up because Gord keeps asking when U4 is starting up. It ain't going. I ain't running it in the snow. I'll tell you that much right now. So that's that. I'll let you know when I know. You'll know.
You're probably looking at realistically April.
Yeah, I mean, I think the U4. Yeah, sure they can run in the snow. I'm sure they can. I don't think they're going to be that fun in the snow.
Yeah,
They're kind of going to suck. So I would rather make sure we're down to mud or dirt. I don't care if the ground's a little wet, but I'd rather have snow not an option anymore. Freezing your butt off. The other reason is we run these in the evening, and when we're running them in the evening, I don't want to be out there in the cold freezing my junk off.
well, that's the thing, like the late hours, right? You need to have light.
Yes. So as
I
long as
found.
there's more light.
When'd you start last year?
May,
May? Yeah.
I think it was. It might have been
Yeah.
April. It might have been the last week, April, I think, actually.
Yeah, because it was still getting dark when we were out there that first time.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was pretty much a run what you brung, kind of a test and feel of the entire vibe, see if anybody was going to be interested, which the first race we had a pretty good turnout. So that's what took the rest of the season. This year will be far more organized than every other year. And it'll be actually a lot more scheduled. What do you want?
Hi.
Hi. I already showed off your car.
You didn't get my permission.
Well, I did. I showed off your car already.
But you didn't get my permission.
Yeah, well, it's in my space.
And I fixed your problem. I solved your problem.
Which one? Oh,
Battery
yes. Yeah. Aaron solved your problem with the electronics.
How? Where?
Turn the battery mount so the
Turn
battery
the SOB
mount-
sideways.
Well, you can't do that.
I bet you can.
You'd have to modify this when you take the battery out. These parts will spin, because if you look at the bottom, the attachment for the thing is a special bottom. All the other ones are circles, and then the other one is like that. It's got a little tube.
Slotted?
Yeah. Slotted.
And also some good old Huddy tape can fix that as well.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
We'll figure it out.
We will make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And the rules are going to drop on our site at 9 o'clock tonight.
Cool.
So you'll see the rules there. The other thing we need to do, we didn't do the poll last week.
That's right.
Site.
We didn't do the poll.
What should Aaron get for U4?
Okay, so you guys pay attention. I'm going to post the poll up on. You know what?
U4?
Let's see if I can.
Gonna do it right now.
I don't know if I can do it without making sound happen.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to make sound happen.
Sound happen.
Well, you know how some of them, they start automatically playing and then you get that ripple effect going on?
Good
We
times.
don't want that.
Good times.
Let's see.
Should be ripped.
To create a post.
Yeah.
And
It's doing it.
it's not giving me the choice for a poll.
Come on.
I gotta find a poll option. I'll find the pull option later. But anyways, it'll be up here soon.
Okay.
Add offer job, blah, blah. Oh, I know why. Because it's trying to do this in a business suite style setup. That's why. Video offers groups of job services, started fundraisers. Yeah.
Rift Capra. What's that one? It's good. Rift Capra.
Capra Bomber. There was the Laser Nut.
Laser
There
Nuts,
was the Rock Ray.
Rock Ray.
What other one was there? Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to remember them all now. There was a pretty good list that everybody. No, Scott, you're wrong. You're wrong. Mr. Gates is going to be running a Wraith next year. He just told me that today. So, yeah. It'll be you and how many other guys running Wraiths?
Not mine, Wraith. Wraiths look pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to come back to discussing. You guys have some questions you got about the drag racing or rules and setup and any of that stuff. You guys can talk about it later. Queue them up and think up your question, and we will discuss it with you. For now, I think we need to get into what is new this week, because there's some cool stuff that came up. They say.
They say.
They say.
New year, new stuff.
New year, new stuff, and new in RC. As the computer spools up. It's thinking. It's thinking.
Action.
So the very first thing is Macklin has come out with a new ESC. It's got 7 stages, 70-degree turbo timing, soldered, 10 gauge wiring, upgraded control board, new high capacity DRK supercapacitor, and improved data logging with higher resolution and crop function. That's been wrenched directly off of their page. So it's another traction control ESC. Anyways, so if you guys are really looking into that and you like the Macklin products, there's a new one, and that one should get you going down the track faster than you can handle. That'll be awesome.
More things to tune than, I don't know.
More things to tune than most people can handle. I mean, really setting up the car, going fast. Primal has come out with a version 3 of the 1/5 scale Mega Monster truck. This is more of a mud slinger style truck. If you guys know anything about Primal, everything in them is machined aluminum. They're very high end. You're talking, $3,700 US, I believe. So you are going to be breaking the bank if you buy one of these and try to run it. 4-wheel drive, gas motor. I hear rumors that there is a electric conversion you can do. Haven't seen one yet. They improved reverse gear, 100 kg steering servos, 2 of them on the front axle. And I think you set up as 4-wheel steer, but I haven't seen one of those done yet. They did set up a voltage meter in there so you can run this thing and actually keep track of the voltage of your battery so it doesn't wander off on you. It's got a little scale dude in there, Lexan dude in there driving this time. They've upgraded all the hardware, so it's stronger heads on all the bolts now. And the tires are 11 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. Like, it's huge. It's a monster. I mean, it's not one of those things you're going to throw in the back of your little Civic. You're probably going to want to take it to wherever you're going in the back of a pickup truck.
Tim says probably. I can see Tim having this thing in the back of his car. So challenge accepted, Tim.
Yeah, challenge accepted, of course, right?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I could totally see Tim actually squeezing them all in there. Probably put 4 of them in there. I know he managed to fit 4 X Maxes in the back of that little Hyundai. So,
It's a Veloster.
and then J Concepts has released some sexy goodness for the good old vintage RC10T. Look, I knew you were gonna roll your eyes. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew
Let it die. On to the next new, better things.
Hey, respect your elders, you. Steering linkage, and I'm laughing because I've got one of these, so now I've got new parts to put on it. Yay!
One? Just one?
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. In your collection. Hard. Sorry, I sneezed there.
It's gonna be, it's just gonna basically beef up the entire front end, all aluminum.
Aluminum everywhere.
All aluminum everywhere. Everywhere.
All right.
And then Racing has come up with some brass C-hubs for the Enduro line, the Element 1/10 scale Enduro line. So they didn't want to be left out. They've been making it for everybody else. Snow season, Power Hobby, 1/10 scale, Rooster 2.8, belted paddle tires.
Belted. Finally.
Belted. And as you can see, it has the interchangeable center hub. And it looks to me to be a little beefier than the one made by Proline. I know Proline's had a problem with the thread stripping out because it was so thin.
Yeah.
This looks a lot beefier.
It does
The
look
threads are inset more. So I think there's more meat there for it to bite into. I also like the fact that on the flat spots, there's still some tread, right?
Yeah.
And then
FMS.
FMS has released another 1/12 scale or 1/18 scale. This is a Toyota Hilux pickup, the 1983. 1983. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Officially licensed. Opening tailgate. Pretty much the same as the Chevy, which was not officially licensed. But opening tailgate, same look, same detailed interior, almost the same chassis. Same lights that come on when you drive forward, and signal lights that turn every single time you move side one way or the other. There's a shot. Yeah, Baby Yoda. There's a shot of the tailgate opening. Yay. Fury RC. Yet another company that has released a D90.
Oh, another one.
This one is officially licensed.
Ooh.
This has a 3-speed transmission, LED lighting, Metal Gear, 540 motor. Comes in 2 colors, this yellow and a gunmetal. Full metal drive shafts and CVDs, full bearings, scale interior. And it comes fully assembled and ready to drive. Now, if you guys notice, the wheels on this sucker and the tires are quite large.
Yeah, they are.
Compared to other companies that also make the D90, where they seem to be really, really tiny. And for all you guys who got the SDX6 and you think you needed more clearance, well, there you go. They got more clearance. Samex came out with a titanium set of high clearance line links and everything, 10-piece. And they're actually labeled, which was kind of convenient. I'm actually going to wind it. I'm going to back it up a bit here so you guys can see where it's labeled.
Yeah, back it up.
Back it up. Hold on. I gotta find the bar. There it is. Found it. Let's go back to here.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Right there. So as you can see, it's lower. They're marked lowers, uppers, front pan hard, steering short, front right upper, rear upper. I mean, honestly, why doesn't every company do that?
Costs more for laser etching.
Yeah, but you know how much headache it saves?
But look how big those links are. You can write on it and people can see it.
Yes, true. This is true. This is a valid point. Very valid point.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, valid point. I get you. And then Traxxas has done it again. They've released another new vehicle. Oh,
In
wait,
many
no,
colors.
it's just 4 new colors. Black,
Are those,
blue, silver, and white.
are those fender flares a little bit different?
Nope. Well,
No?
maybe. Where's mine? Let me look.
Let me look.
Let
Yeah.
me look. Let me look. Hold on. Nope.
Just look at those fender flares.
Exactly the same. Nope.
Bronco.
They are exactly the same. That is pretty much all the new stuff for this week that has come out.
Do you have it in blue?
World of RC.
Show me the blue. Show me the blue.
You want to see the blue gun?
I want to see the blue. The blue looked good.
I got to show you the blue. The blue was at the front.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Blue was
God.
at the beginning of the list. Let's look here.
I want to see the blue.
Blue. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
You like
That's what I'm
that, don't you?
talking
Huh?
about. That's nice. Very nice. As you can tell, I still have that feeling from running that Bronco in the snow.
I can tell.
It's awesome. Breathtaking.
By the way, I got some parts here for you.
Is it the
It
winch
was
part?
that breathtaking. For the record, a Bronco with a winch really can't flip over a Max very easily.
I tried one time, okay?
Yeah. It only lasted one time, man.
Yeah, I think it was weakened by hauling itself up in midair. Maybe. Structural.
That's
integrity.
100% right. They need to make the removable top for the Bronco. They totally do. They should be making this body so the top comes off. Somebody will. But I just don't know if it'll be anytime soon. And everybody remembers when Aaron is driving the Bronco, that's what he does. He just yells, Bronco!
Bronco!
Throat's gone, but yeah. Okay. So anyways, that is new in RC this week. Tune in next week for what's new in the next week. There should be some cool stuff coming. I mean, it is 2022, so they should be releasing all kinds of new cool stuff, right? Right.
And maybe new F1 by then, maybe. X-ray.
You're quite sad about the F1, aren't you?
But speaking of F1s, you got that new kit in the shop.
I did. I don't know if Mr. Matlow's on here or not. But yeah, we got the F1, the Exotech F1 Ultra.
F1 Ultra.
And every time I look at it, I keep thinking, man, that is a sexy looking thing. And yeah, but I have to stop myself from trying to take it home.
Well, you already have an F1.
Yeah, but I could have more.
No, you only you just do one.
No, like six. One,
Mr. Hoarder. I mean, collector.
Hey.
And that's going to sit lonely on the shelf, being like, oh, I remember
if YouTube career doesn't make it, then I will get my own feature on hoarders.
Buried alive. There he is, covered. RC's like, this is my happy place. Oh God, I love you.
Yeah. You're my precious. Yes, precious. I can totally see that.
RC land.
So I was digging
in the hoard,
and I came across a few little things.
Nice.
But I got one more set.
You got two sets of the same thing?
Hey?
They're the same?
Those ones are the same. But then I also have a set of short course ones. These are actually the old Viterra ones, which are pretty cool. They work really good.
Those belong in a museum. Viterra?
And then I also found my skis.
Oh, finally.
That I got kicking around.
Buggy.
So I want you guys to tell me, you guys tell me right now. Comment in the comments. Should I make a front wheel drive? Should I take my front wheel drive drag truck that I built, throw the skis on the back, and see if we can make a front wheel drive paddle truck just for shits and giggles, or what? I think we should.
I remember running in reverse.
No, run it in front-wheel drive. I mean, it's a four-wheel drive converted chassis, right? So it'll still run on the front.
Oh God. I don't know.
Maybe I'll take a page out of Wayne's book and I'll dual up all my wheels on the front and make it a great big huge paddle monster.
Little zip tie in there. We're good to go.
You know, like that was pretty wild. I was pretty shocked. When we show up, we're gonna go crawl. Let's go for a little run. Wayne comes around the corner of his truck with his big grin on his face and drops the sucker down with 8 wheels on it. I'm like, what?
Well, I came across these here.
Oh yeah, what are those out of?
Those are for a the Emax. They're 14 mil.
Right.
And yeah, I think these need to go on some kind of snow rig of some sort, because these things would float pretty good, and they got some good traction there, probably.
Yes.
And
I
then
think Gord's right. Gord's right. One of my New Year's goals is going to be to finish building some of the ones I've got started.
Hey, check out those. Those are almost like paddles.
They do. Those almost look like the Proline Mashers that they got out. Those are a good tire.
Well, these are original.
I got a set of those kicking around here somewhere too. I got a Revo. It's got those pin tires like that. And you know what is a really, 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 really underrated, really good tire in the snow, which just blows you away? Are the actual tires that come on the 1/8 scale, 1/10 scale Summit. Those Canyons, those tires are crazy good in the snow. They hook up in the snow. They're just that right. They're wide, and they're just that right compound. They don't get hard in the cold, and they work good.
Yeah, I was eyeballing that. I was thinking that would be good for a snow wheeler.
I just might have to maybe resurrect the old Slummit and bring it out and see how it does.
You know where it is in the collection?
It's in the garage. I know exactly where it is. Yeah, we'll do that one. I got a couple more. I was almost thinking of bringing a couple of the MOAs out and run them on the snow and see if they sink too much. What are you going to bring out next time?
I don't know. I was trying to figure something out.
Make something bigger and wider.
Let's see something wider, bigger, better.
Gordon wants to know how much a Wraith is. I don't even know if you would be able to get a Wraith right now.
Like a 2.2?
Well, I don't know if they're doing any of the 2.2s.
Or the wide axle? Because the 1.9 is a narrow axle, isn't it?
Yeah, the 1.9 is basically a glorified SCX 10.2
with a cage.
With a cage, yeah. It's basically a caged 10.2. I mean, the axles are the same. Yeah, so when I look at the last one that I remember them making was the Spawn. And you go to Horizon's site, and I don't really see it on there anymore. I can see them. I could definitely see them moving away from it.
Well, they kind of already replaced that.
Exactly, right?
You got the Capra, right?
Yeah, you got the Capra. You've got the Bomber.
Well, not even that. You got the other one, too. The one for U4.
Yep. The
Rift.
The Rift, yep.
That's wide axle.
Yeah, see, they're not even showing anymore. Let's look at include discontinued. Don't get me wrong, the Wraith was a good platform, but it's aged.
Yeah.
It's done its time.
Well, then you got like you got the Rift that has 2-speed in it and stuff, and then the Dig. You got the Dig Action which that it did have
in the Capra. Yeah.
in the Capra. So, and now you're gonna have 4-wheel drive or 4-wheel steer Capra.
Yeah, which I think we really haven't seen any of those out on the snow yet. I was thinking when Wayne was running his, if he had had that 4-wheel steer on his, I think he would have actually been able to get himself in situations where he could have crab walked out in a few spots.
I think so.
And all of those wheels moving around, it's like a great big snow angel running down the trail. Yeah, Wraith Spawn discontinued. Wraith Rock Racer, the original, discontinued. Poison Spider discontinued. Yeah, they're done. They're done.
And they should be.
Bye-bye.
They replace it with better and cooler stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. They should.
Just like the RC10.
How dare you say such blasphemy?
I had to.
Yeah, I saw it. I knew it was coming. Should have expected that out of the likes of you.
New, better things that function properly.
It's so much more better.
My big question is, with that new, was it the Phoenix? That crazy transmission.
Yep.
Will Axial come up with something that will be able to compete with that?
I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty good guess. I mean, they already have that similar kind of transmission going on in the 10.3. Obviously not as low down. Not exactly the same idea, but I mean, it is the same. It's going the same direction. It's going away from the 3-gear stand-up thing, lower CG. Their 2-speed was a flop, in my opinion, because the ratio was just way too close together. I mean, what was the difference? You put it in 2nd gear, nobody really noticed. That was a big reason most people didn't bother changing it. So I could see a couple things. I could see like a more of a wide ratio transmission gear set going in there to give you that big difference between gears. I could also see them changing it out and trying to incorporate in an internal dig in there. I could also, the overdriven front end that is selectable gear ratio is
pretty sick.
That's freaking awesome. Like, I brought them in. Yeah, see, Kelly agrees, eh? Kelly agrees with me. He agrees. You and your blasphemy. But yeah, I mean, you have. I would have built one of those myself, except for the fact that there was kind of a limit to how many we could get, and I figured I'd be able to get one later, anyways, because everybody knows it's going to be. Well, it's already almost, when it came out, it almost halted the sales of all their other trucks because it was half the price.
Oh yeah,
like you can't. Money talks, and if you're going to get a truck that's going to handle and perform better, now we're not talking durability, so don't get that wrong. I know aluminum is higher quality and it's going to last longer and blah 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 and blah blah blah. But if you put a brand new Ultra and a brand new Phoenix side by side, brand new fresh builds right out of the box, I think the Phoenix is going to outrun the other one. I just because of its capabilities, right? I'm not saying it's going to last longer, but I do think it'll outperform it out of the box.
Well, they did some good testing on the axles as well. If you've seen any of the videos on that, so those axles, they're plastic, but they're strong.
Well, and I like plastic. It slides, yeah. Because my 410 or Origin, that thing hangs up on every pebble you drive over. I mean, if there's just a slight little bit of rock somewhere, somehow that stupid pumpkin on that diff finds it every time. It's like I had hair, then I bought that.
Gone.
not have shiny goodness. So, okay, have you guys got more questions to talk about with the drag race topic? Do you really think, and this is one of the things that's just miffed me about it, and I've never really tried to get my head around why did they go from a 13.5 to a 17.5? Why make that change? What was wrong with a 13.5? Why is a 17.5 so much better? It's a slower motor. So was that to slow the class down and make a bigger gap between that and outlaw, or the faster class?
I think so. That's the same thing that happened with onward racing. We used to have 17.5 touring car. That was touring stock, 17.5. But the mod guys, there's only half a lap difference between mod and stock. It's like, whoa. We got to make it slower, guys. We got a bigger gap here. So, yeah, I didn't like it.
I think it's very confusing to me. Drives me kind of up the wall that you go and you run and you're running, basically, if you're running scale spec and you're running two TC, you're running two of the same car. It's just mostly body and tires. That's what it feels like.
But also, big in the States, they have scales, or they got USGT,
right?
And then they got USGT big block, which is 21.5, and then they got a 25.5 for their scale spec like class.
Right.
So the big thing there too is that when you talk to people that are, the hardcore racers, they're like, well, they should have changed that one as well.
Right.
I don't know.
It's like when they changed the 112 scale, it went from attempted to go from 1S to 2S for that brief little stint.
Try to make it faster.
Yeah. Like so fast that if you were pitted anywhere near the track, you better have a big chunk of plywood up in front of you to save yourself.
Whole crash helmet on.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So I've been kind of snooping through some of the other clubs and stuff around. So the big rule, and this would be the NRPC ones or NPRC ones. 13.5 class no longer exists. 17.5 street stock class is replacing it, which lets you have full timing boost, no wheelie bar, dry tires, but they're supposed to be outside. Hold on a second here. 17.5 super stock, so 12 to 13.5 inch wheelbase, no four-wheel drives, mid motor and rear motor only. Four-wheel drive to two-wheel drive conversion is not allowed. Full speed control, timing, and boost is allowed with the new 17.5.
So a boosted 17.5 is it going to be faster or same speed as 13.5?
I guess it depends on how much money you throw at it. It's like everything else. Like it's a sad fact, but if you want to build a scale class and you want to build an entry level class that everybody is, it's not scale, but equal class, there has to be a spec'd motor, and that motor has to be non-adjustable. You can't mess with it. That's it. There's you cannot go around that. That's just the way it is. It's like, and the prime example is Euro truck class. You build those trucks, you build a brand new one out of the box. The only difference between the speed on those trucks is going to be how fresh the motor is. I mean, if you've got 2, 3, 4 seasons on a motor, then yeah, it's going to be a little slower. But there could be 10 guys build 10 kits all the same at the same time. They're going to put them on the track on that back straightaway. They're all going to go the same speed.
Yeah.
And you're going to pull your head out of your butt and you're going to drive better. Maybe.
Good. Because, the big difference there, when people say straight line speed on Euro truck on carpet, they're either scrubbing too much speed around that last corner going down the straightaway, or they're not letting the motor rev up.
Right.
Because you can go around that corner full out, blasting it, and you think you're going fast, but you're just scrubbing that speed. Your wheels are spinning, slowing you down. So when it finally catches up, the tires catch up to the same.
You could have one wheel that's just spinning like a madman.
Oh yeah. So you
And
come around that
it's pretty
corner
hard to
nice and
tell with
smooth.
that guy.
You can get faster down the straightaway. I did that in Mini. I was driving the rear wheel drive Mini, and you're pushing the car around. If you go around that nice and gentle, squeeze on the trigger, and the front wheel ones are just peeling out. They're just hammering down full throttle out of that corner, and I'm
Yep.
faster. But my car's not like, oh, your car's so fast. I'm like, no, let's go side by side, drag race down the straight, and they're the same speed.
Yep.
All about how you come around those corners.
So that's kind of like what I'm saying. The same thing. I think that if you want to create a entry level spec class that's kind of like the Euro truck of drag racing,
yeah,
you need to have a spec ESC and a spec motor.
The other way you get around it is doing like what we're going to do. We're going to do a bracket.
Yeah.
Timing bracket. Get close as you can to that time, and that's it. You got 2.8. That's as fast as you can go.
Yeah.
No cheating. No taking the motor apart, shimming it all perfectly.
So this year we are going to have a set of trucks set up. Trucks, cars, whatever you want to call them. They're going to be brushed. They're going to be slashes. They're going to be two-wheel drive. And they are going to be set up as drag cars. Probably 4 of them. And then what we'll do is you guys want to do real heads up, real. These are exactly the same trucks. If you've got a better reaction time and who's got a better whatever, we'll bring those out every couple events or every so often. You got friends you want to bring to the race who've never raced before? There you go. He's going to be your loaner to try it out and see if you can get yourself hooked or not. It's like a drug dealer, right? Just got to give him a little taste.
A little taste.
Just a little taste.
First hit's free.
Yeah, first hit's free. And we are so going to get flagged on that. So I'm just reading through these new rules that they're saying. So they're saying the minimum ready to run must meet a minimum weight of 4.54 pounds, 2,060 grams. I can tell you we have cars that are below that.
Exactly.
Must be a realistic looking drag car style body. Must cover the wheels.
Must be cut
Must
out
have
as
the wheel
intended.
arches fully cut out. Must have full front and rear bumpers. Now, they did specify that there's no wheelie bar in this class.
No wheelie bar.
Right. Wings and things. Rear wing must not extend more than 2 inches past the end of the factory deck lid. Side dams may not extend more than ½ an inch above the horizontal plane of the rear wing. Total side dam height not to exceed 1.5 inches. Spoilers supplied with body are considered legal for that body in their intended design. No splitters and no canards. No gyros, no AVCs, no TSM. And they're making an exception for racers 14 years and under.
Yeah.
Until their first event win. Aha. First event
There's
win.
the trick.
There's a key. So I'm reading some guys are talking about their ideas for stock class rules to encourage new racers. So you tell me if you agree with these.
Okay.
10 scale, 2-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive vehicles only. If that makes sense. Rubber foam insert style rear tires and front tires. Treaded or slick allowed. No O-rings. No running without foam. So I agree with that. 1/10 scale bodies only. Yeah, okay, except none of these are actually 1/10 scale.
No, they're more 8. One thing I don't understand.
Yeah, call it 1/10 scale. You need to say it's a short course style body, short course truck style body only. Because 1/10 scale, they're not even close.
No.
2S batteries only. That's pretty vague. They should actually have. I think they should have made a voltage rule there. The high voltage batteries, the graphene batteries, all these different things. It needs to be a number. You can't go higher than this. Single battery packs only, no multiple packs plugged in parallel. Any connector may be used, but must use connectors that are easily disconnected at any time with no tools required. I read that and I thought to myself, really?
Who did that?
Actually, I know guys that would probably take connectors and bolt things together because it's going to give them better contact. Right?
Yeah. Well, there's reasons. Probably because they started a fire somewhere, and
well, if your LiPo shorts out, or your ESC shorts out, and it causes you can't unplug that LiPo battery. Next thing that goes up in smoke, right? Saves you money too. Battery must only be charged to the labeled voltage of the battery. Well, once again, that's another one of those fudgy rules. It's easy to fudge that one because you're charging it to whatever your charger charges it to. You can't really control that all the time. Most people don't. They charge it. They want as much charge as that battery will take every time.
Yeah, you can overcharge them.
So here's the one that confused everybody the most.
Okay.
This is not the 13.5 or the 17.5 class. This is a proposed stock class rule. It says motor and ESC must be stock to the chassis you are running. No mix and match motors, ESCs, and chassis. Okay, that opens up a whole can of worms there, because if you're running a DR10, it is I can't remember. I think it was like a 3300 kV.
Yeah.
It was fairly low kV. And the motor, and everybody said that they were slow as dogs coming out of the truck. You had to gear them up and you had to change a bunch of stuff in them to get any speed out of them. You don't necessarily need to change the motor, but you do need to change the gearing to get them going down the track.
Yeah. 100%.
And then Traxxas comes out with their motor, or their truck, which is a Valenian. Well, that is a 3500.
Yeah.
I want to say 3500. Hey?
And then Losi.
And then Losi comes out with theirs. And it's what, a 65 or 6700 kV?
I thought it was like a 777.
It's like stupid high compared to everybody else. So how is that fair? Like, I get it. I mean, to make a rule but once again, I guess that's you should just call this a box stock class.
Well, not even that. And that's where having the time bracket.
Yeah.
Neutralize any of that stuff.
Yeah.
No matter what car you got to do it. And it's got to be to that, right?
So they say you must use the stock or RPM plastic shock towers intended for your chassis. So where they're going with that is they don't want you running these modified shock towers that let you run these super short little shocks and modify all that. You're running the suspension that your truck came with. Your car came with.
I just looked it up here. So you're right. It was a 6,500 kV motor.
6,500.
In the Losi.
Yeah.
Compared to a 3,300 in the DR10.
Yeah. Like almost double the kV.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. I mean, for me, when I look at them, if I'm going to go buy a box stock drag car, I'm going with the Losi.
Yep.
I'm going with the Losi for one big reason. One, I like the chassis plate. I like the design of it more. I like the way they designed the transmission, brought that up, lowered everything down. I just think that the way that it's set up to handle the track is nicer. And it comes with a 6,500 kV motor. It's got to be faster. Has to be. Right?
But again,
Um,
like, the only way to neutralize any of this stuff, any of it, is with time bracket. Doesn't matter.
Scott would know. Yeah, fires never happen in RC cars. That was a sad, sad day for New Bright. So, okay, you can use, let's get back to the what they're calling their stock class rules.
Back to stock.
Must use the stock transmission cases and stock differentials. Okay.
So if it comes to the ball diff, we got to run a ball diff.
Well, that's where I have this little bit of a problem because, well, none of these three come with a ball diff.
Okay.
But the Traxxas comes with a planetary diff, or if you bought the drag car, right? Now you're talking a gear drive or gear diff. So once again, you're giving an edge up to that platform because you get to choose ball or planetary or not.
One thing, since you brought it up, the Traxxas drag slash, you can take the transmission up instead of taking it all apart, everything else. There's a couple screws in the bottom, and the whole diff comes right out.
Yep.
Bam. Change your oil, or you can have multiple diffs ready to go for different temperatures.
Yeah.
So that is the one cool thing about that one.
There's quite a few cool things about the Traxxas drag slash. Unfortunately, the price point is not one of them. It's overpriced. When you consider that guys have been already making drag cars out of two-wheel drive slashes for years already.
Yeah.
And then Traxxas comes in and goes, here, we're going to make it now stock. And we're going to charge you twice as much money for the same platform, basically. So it's got a brushless motor. The Valenian combo is not that high end of a motor. It is over, in my opinion, you guys can hold me to it. I don't really care. My opinion, the Traxxas brushless combo is overrated. I don't think that they're reliable. I see them cook all the time. And yeah. So you guys can hate me in the comments.
I'm going to hate you right now.
You stupid Traxxas guys. Yeah,
So-
I'm going to spank you with my RC10.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha.
Now they can get parts for it, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to Traxxas crapping out on you. Why is it doing that? Is it because people are putting a 3S into it and not adjusting the motor gearing?
Well, I find almost every time it's always been if you leave a truck box stock and run it the way it was out of the box, it'll usually run fine for quite a while.
Yeah.
Traxxas, you can run. Well, even Traxxas, you can run it in 3S without changing the gearing and everything. You'll get away with that.
Hot day.
As long as you're running stock tires and stock everything else, right? But you start changing up your tires and you start changing up everything else, then you're going to start cooking stuff.
Yeah, everyone wants to put tires like this on there.
Yeah. Or everybody always wants to do the monster slash thing.
Yeah.
That's
and
my
not
favorite one.
Adjust anything.
Yeah. The monster slash one is my favorite because everybody puts these great big 2.8 tires on there off of Stampede or whatever they got them from. They're twice as wide as the short course tires that were on there in the first place. They're taller. And then they want to run it on 3S because it's gutless in 2S.
Yeah.
Because it's got all this rubber to turn. They don't want to adjust the gearing. And then they wonder why they're overheating their ESC and their motor nonstop. I feel the same way with drag cars and stuff too. Gear it up and they want more voltage and yeah.
Yeah, I get geared correctly for drag racing. A lot of people overgear them. You got to run this gearing because mathematically it should go, 150 miles an hour.
Yeah. Mathematically, it might go 150 miles an hour. And yes, you're right. Mathematically, those back tires might go 150 miles an hour. But that has to get related to the track and push the car 150 miles an hour so that you can go and get your silly little Sky RC GNSS so that you can tell everybody how fast your car is with its inaccurate reading. Yeah, I went there. Oh, Scott wants to know if I think the gatekeeper will die with swampers. Depends. The gatekeeper comes out of the box with a fairly decent set of rubber. It's fairly tall. Swampers or boggers? You're talking boggers. Let's take a look here. Let me go to Proline's site.
Or some crime fighters.
And let's see what the tire height is. No, I don't want to sign up for your email. I want to look at tires and wheels. That's why I came here, not to get an email. Proline, I don't like what you did to your site.
No. I like how they used to have it.
Yeah. I used to like it back then. Now it's just a pain in the butt. A great big pain in the butt to go through. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to find your boggers. Find them. Where's the pre-mounted ones? Because that's the one I had to order because, they don't have any others in stock. Here it is. And let's look at the specs. No specs. Really? Really? They used to have the specs right on their site. Well, that's just a dirty.
I think I hit a certain button on there.
Oh, here we go. Found it. 5.4 inches tall. Oh. Trusty dusty, dude. 5.4 inches, so almost 5.5 inches tall. Okay. I'm missing a car. Somebody's been in here cleaning up. I'm missing a car.
No.
Yeah. Was there? Now it's not. Where did I put it? Or to be hanging up here? Well, I was going to measure it for you. I can't measure it because it's not here. Somebody took it. I know who took it. Oh, never let your wife in your hobby room. Never let your wife in your hobby room. Anyways, I don't know where it went. It was right there on the shelf. It was right beside the Bronco before, but now it's not there.
In the Horde. It had an avalanche in the Horde.
It ran away. Yes, it ran away. So anyways, Scott measured up. So these tires are 5.4 inches and stock are 4.5. So you're an inch taller, roughly. So half inch overall. I would probably go down a tooth on my pinion. You might be safe with that.
Maybe two.
There's 48 pitch in there, I believe. So yeah, go 2. Yeah, it's a 48 pitch in there.
Yeah.
So yes, I would say she is, except there's no way she sold this one because we've got 6 others at the store. It's okay. I'll figure it out.
It's okay. It's just sitting at my house now.
Yeah. I'll just put them over there on that wall back there.
Oh no, your wife just handed it to me. She's to clean out your room up there. She's like, Aaron, come here for a minute. Here you go.
Yep. Yeah, I can totally see that.
We'll see how long it takes him to notice. It's been 3 months, bud. It's been 3 months.
So yeah,
Uh,
I would say, getting back to this race class, I would say that ESC and electronics rule is dumb.
yeah.
I just, then they go back down to things like no mix and matching shock towers from other chassis. You must use the stock transmission case and differentials. You can use aftermarket idlers or top shafts for lockouts. Okay, that's mostly because a lot of those idlers shatter and blow apart.
Yeah, they do. The top
Most
can't
use
always
stock
break.
shock bodies, or you must use your stock shock bodies in stock positions only. Okay. Must use clip style shock collar adjusters only. Okay.
So you can't have the threaded shocks? Is that what they're
You
saying?
can't have threaded shocks. No, not according to this stock class rule.
That's horrible.
Must use clip style shock collars. May use stock shock mount, camber link suspension adjustment holes. You have to use stock or RPM plastic suspension arms. Front hubs, C blocks, and rear hubs intended for your chassis only. No aluminum at all. May use aluminum steering bell cranks and racks. Okay.
But
Any pinion, spur, slipper, eliminator you want. Any shock springs and pistons that you want. Any differential or shock oils. Any transmitter receiver servo combo. You can add aftermarket cooling fans to the motor. You may add lights to your body. That'd be a stupid rule. You can't run this car. Why? Because it's got too many lights. Wouldn't that just make it heavier? Why would you be worried about it running lights? May add lights. May add weight inside the perimeter of the chassis or on the front bumper. Weights may not stick out past the front bumper. Must be securely fastened to the vehicle, because a car going down the track at 40 mile an hour with a chunk of lead flying off of it would probably suck. May use aftermarket wheelie bar, but it must be fixed, non-sprung.
I thought there was no wheelie bars.
No, this is the stock class.
Oh, okay.
So I can understand that, because the Losi, the DR10, and the Traxxas all come with a wheelie bar out of the box, right? So a Traxxas / converted to a drag car must use the same motor ESC as a drag / car would. So the Valenian combo. Losi T2S, RTR or roller must use the same motor as the RTR car. The DR10, RTR or roller kit must use the same motor as the RTR. That makes sense. No cutting out of windows. Must have full rear panel bumper. No Pro Mod open bodies. So this is their stock class. Yes. I don't know. What's your thought? What do you think?
I don't know, man. It seems pretty. It'd be different if all the cars were built the same, but they're not.
Yeah, I think that the real problem here is not the NPRC being a sanctioning body, which is what everybody's kind of referring to them as. But I really don't think the problem here is the rule makers. I think the problem here is the manufacturers. Unfortunately, the manufacturers should have gotten on the same page and all come up with an RTR out of the box with at least an equivalent ESC motor combo in it. You know, if the DR10, which was first to market, so Sorry, Losty. Sorry, Traxxas. You can suck it. DR10 was the first RTR to market. They came out with a 3300. So run that.
Yeah.
Right? Losty coming out with a 6500 or whatever. That's just insane. It's impressive, but damn, that's insane. Why would you do that?
Why
Because
not? Because you can.
you've completely taken the go to the hobby shop, buy it off the shelf, bring it to the track that night, charge up the batteries, take it to the track and race it. You've taken that away from everybody when you go and make cars that are so vastly different, right?
So what's stopping another company, say like the Bullet chassis guys, or there's one that puts the car all together for you?
I think Drag Race Concepts is actually building a chassis.
So if they build you a chassis, complete the electronics, and a 3.5 turn motor,
Yep.
That's how the stock came, right?
Yep.
I can run this. It's a stock car.
Kind of.
Well, from that manufacturer, this is a stock unit. Yeah, you had to pay the $2,000 for it, or Canadian.
Right.
But that would be stock as well.
I got to show you this thing.
Like, what's stopping a company like Arma from doing something like that? Building something off the wall, put a stupid fast motor in it.
They did. It's called the Vendetta. They built that to be, but it's 4-wheel drive, right?
Yeah, 4-wheel drive.
I don't know if you're ever going to see. I mean, they used to have a Fury. I still have a Fury. It's hanging up at the store for sale. They used to have the Fury, and it was pretty damn quick out of the box. And it was a pretty cool platform. It's too bad you can't get parts for it anymore. The Fury was their last 2-wheel drive platform. Oh, maybe. No, there might have been a Voltage that they came out with that had the lithium-ion batteries option that you could slide in. That was probably the last 2-wheel drive option they ever made. And now everything they've got is 4-wheel drive. So I don't think you're going to see Arma make anything drag racing anytime soon.
But one thing I got to say with Arma that they did well was they took whatever else was driving the Slash and they stretched it longer.
Yep.
Made it a little bit more narrower and made it look like a proper car. Looks like it's proper. It's not super wide or stubby or stretched out this, width wise. You get that Camaro, it looks like a Camaro.
Yep.
That's one thing I gotta say that I wish that the drag racing went towards was a purpose, proper scale drag car.
Well, okay. Here's a purpose, proper scale drag car. These are just bodies I'm going to show you guys. And they are from Drag Race Concepts. And I think they're freaking awesome. Let's get this here. Let's share this screen to you. So this is Drag Race Concepts, basically funny car body. They got one of them.
And what does it fit?
Drag Race Concepts funny car. It's long. it's legit long. It's like the real deal kind of funny car.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Old school, like you look down through here. Here's the Pro Mod version, right?
Yeah.
And then these are actual. There's another Pro Mod here. There's Pro Stock, they call this one. And then funny car, and then funny car.
Yeah.
They are super cool looking.
So now does that fit like the Traxxas funny car? Is that what that's supposed to fit?
No. It only fits. And I'll bring one up here so you guys can see it. It fits. That's Pro Stock, Pro Mod. I mean, they've got a top fuel dragster one as well. They made like this one here. I mean, there's an actual top fuel dragster. Unfortunately, O-rings on the front,
Yeah.
and foam on the back. But you know what? If you showed up to the drag races with this thing, everybody's going to stop because they want to see this thing go.
If you and 5 other friends want to build these things up and bring them, we'll race them.
Yeah, like they're cool. I don't care what the NRPC rules are. I would absolutely run that thing.
Are those like the 1S version? Because I've seen some 1S cars out there, and they cook.
Yes, kind of. So like here's the frame for that one.
Oh yes, I remember that. This is where they started with the drag racing before they got into the no prep chassis.
Yeah, before they start getting crazy with it.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about this.
These are super badass looking.
And those are based on a what do you call them? The wheels that go on there are from the World GT cars.
Yes.
Same axle. So those are for the 1S class.
No, this one is 3S.
3S.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now you could make a 1S class. They're 30 inches long. And I'm just going to see here if it says. So it's a 2 3/4 inch tall tire recommended. They actually have their own tire they recommend for it, but it's a foam. And they're calling front wheels and tires ultra lock recommended. So those ones are the ones that have the O-rings.
Awesome.
But then you take a look at all these other chassis here. So there's a pro stock here. What's that?
What's the cost on that chassis?
$300 US.
Not too bad.
So you're talking $390 Canadian roughly by the time it gets up here. I would say. Yeah, $375, $390-ish, somewhere around there. There's no body on that though. Then you got to go back here and you got to buy your body and that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like there's that body.
Where's the funny car one?
The funny car one?
The funny car chassis. I want to see that.
You want to see the funny car? So it's going to be this Pro Mod one here. So the Pro Stock is a little shorter than the Pro Mod. So this is the Pro Mod. This is basically the funny car.
So same style, same size.
Same style, slightly different length. And I think the front clip is a little different. I think this one is narrower than the other one.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, you guys want to get crazy? You really want to start building open. Oh, look, my lights gave up again. That double-sided tape on those lights sucks. Yeah. Look at Kelly's right. You want one.
Yeah. I've wanted one of these for a long time. When I seen the J Speed ones, the JR Speeds.
RJ Speeds?
RJ Speeds, sorry. Yeah, RJ Speeds. So that's the same thing, same price.
They were smaller though. They were actually slightly smaller.
But I do like the body, like the Pro Mod.
That style has always looked awesome. And that's why really, if Traxxas was going to come out with their drag car, why didn't they re-release the drag car?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Drag racing is such a big thing. Now. I totally, and maybe that's going to be the next thing they release next year. Maybe that's their next big release. Maybe they're actually going to do a proper Pro Stock or funny car or maybe a top fuel dragster style RC car for drag racing. I don't know.
Well, that funny car, when you look at it, it's actually scale. Like it's the right width to length ratio. It looks good. Yeah, click on that. Yeah. Camaro. Yes. I like it.
What they got for body parts, so it's all clear. I think that is a badass looking car. That just looks fast.
Now, I'd run that with tire sauce.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, and this one's running. These ones are all running on foam.
Foam and yeah. Yes, please. Can we run that? Can we get enough people to buy them? Step it up a notch. Leave no prep where it is. All right, we do the no prep stuff, then come to the main show. $17 for a set of tires? Yeah.
So we've got 1.75 or 2x3. So you got two different sizes here.
Yeah, the big tire. $17.99 US for a set of tires.
They're foam.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd say yes. Because what are drag tires worth now?
But the thing I think you would find with these are related colors and styles. So they're going to have different
different styles, different spokes.
Different spokes, different size foams, right? Like this one's quite a bit thinner. This one's got a lot more foam to it. This one's thinner again.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. $275.
Right? But you're going to probably find that on asphalt, a lot of places where we run these things, you're going to chunk these tires quick.
They're not really cornering, so.
No, but I just think they could. I don't think you're going to want to do a burnout.
No, you don't. Not.
Right.
That's why you got to put the tire sauce on, so it's sticky and it's like the honey track.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty cool.
Where you goop it all up.
So that's bad. So those little tires, the 275, is wider than this fat Mombos.
Really?
Like that much. There's 275 inches there.
1.5 inches tall and 275 wide.
Yeah. It's 1.5 talls. Like the size of the rim. Inside of the rim.
Yeah. I think it looks cool.
I mean, and what do they on the chassis? What does it say that they run on those?
What do they recommend to run on these?
Yeah, on the chassis.
Let's go back to
right. Asking questions. Because the top fuel was 3S, which would be nuts. I think it'd be a rocket ship.
This was the parts list for those guys. That was the body. You want to know the top fuel or the
Pro Mod?
Pro Mod.
Right there.
So that one is recommending.
What does it say there?
Foam rear tires, 275 tall, either the 207s or the 208s. So that's going to be that's the taller of them, 2.75.
And 2S shorties.
2S shorty back. Yeah. Battery.
And then if you go to the other one, Pro Stock, is that the one that's 1S? I wonder. Because there was a 1S class. I just couldn't remember where it was in the mix. One S.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Pro Stock. So it's really crazy about that. And you think about how fast these things go on 3.7 volts. Here, 4.2 volts when it's fully charged. But, like that's fast.
They're posting times like a second and a half with some of them.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video of a guy. He went and he just went to his first ever 1S race. He'd never been to any of these 1S races before on a prepped track. And he was watching these people race and he was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Hey?
I see the funny car chassis.
Yeah, this one?
Yes, click on that one. Sorry. Oh, funny car.
Ooh. What does this one say it needs? 3S shorty.
Yes. That one, there's a little different drive, I think.
Well, this one here appears to have the motor mounted straight in line. And it goes back into here. This looks like a pinion. It's like a ring and pinion style setup.
Interesting.
Which is pretty different compared to 100-mile-per-hour mark. Yeah. Wow.
3S that puppy and go.
It's a 90% assembled chassis when you buy it.
So I'm just gonna put it out there. That's a 14-inch wheelbase.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Pro Mod, what's wheelbase on that one?
Pro stock, inline Pro Mod. I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between these two.
The two Pro stocks, a Pro Mod.
Yeah, Redline or Sidewinder.
Oh, that one there's gonna have.
This one's got the same drive as the funny car one.
Yeah, that one there's got the other drive, the direct drive. More like how the F1 is.
See, there's two differences here. When you see this one here is 425 US. It's the inline.
Yeah.
This one here is the red line. And this one's inline as well. So this one and this one and the one we're looking at on the top of the page here are all inlines. So the motor is mounted parallel with the chassis.
It's a twist like a real one.
So it twists, yeah. Maybe. There's a lot of aluminum in there, so it might not twist so much. But it's going to definitely run different than your standard spur gear setup.
Oh, yeah.
I love this picture here. I mean, look at the size of that wheelie bar.
Yeah.
That chassis it says 30 inches long.
Half that's wheelie bar?
Oh, 14-inch wheelbase kit. Right? Yeah. 14-inch wheelbase. So from there to there is supposed to be 14 inches. From there to there is probably 12.
At least.
Right? With a little thumb adjustable nut to the back so you can adjust your wheelie bar height, like just right there. No time at all. It's a super sexy setup. But bank, you're going to be throwing money at that thing. You were going to throw money at that thing, and you were going to be addicted to going straight fast as much as possible. If you built one of these, I am pretty certain you would lose all interest in no prep, because no prep would just be too slow. You'd be like, meh.
Go so slow.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. It'd be a cool chassis. I wouldn't start with the inlines. If I was going to build one, I'd start with the sidewinders.
I would too.
Work your way up.
I don't think the inline is what you want, because I think you're going to get that twist from the chassis.
Well, I also don't know where the hell we're going to run a car that can do 100 mile an hour. Yeah, see, even Scott agrees. We would need a longer runaway lane.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Need a bunch of fluffy pillows.
Fluffy pillows.
And maybe a catch fence. I don't know.
Fluffy pillows at the end.
Or maybe we can just get that spot where you're at now, just pave it a little bit further.
Or just put a ramp at the end and a net. So you just launch them into the air and catch them in a big net.
With fluffy pillows.
Sail off into the sunset. Literally into the sunset, because that's kind of where it is every night when we're there. So, but yeah, I mean, we want to talk about getting serious about drag racing. That is serious about drag racing. Not an entry level thing. You're definitely
not at all
obsessed. You're hooked already, right? I wonder if they even have RJ Speed in here anymore.
Because those chassis are quite a bit cheaper. I think they're like $115 or $120 American.
Yeah, but they're pretty small.
The same. I think they're about the same.
You think so?
Yeah, they're on the same rear tires and stuff like that.
Gotta find them here. I honestly don't even know if these guys are selling them anymore. I know they had some bodies. They had some kind of cool short course bodies. But to look for actual kits. So they got legends. They're doing a lot of legends. Dirt oval, pan car, rock crawlers, and truck. They don't do a drag car anymore.
What? No way.
Oh, wait. There is a Legends, Dirt Oval, Legends, Nitro Funny Car Kit, Pro Mod Drag Kit, 24-inch electric dragster kit. Let's try to find one that's a funny car here.
Because they're like the originals.
Here's a 13-inch. That's funny. Here you give me a hard time about my vintage stuff, and then you go and want me to look up these things.
Well, I'm just saying, like, a little less serious, get you down the track.
Yep.
I mean, these things have been around since like forever, like the 80s even.
Less than half the price.
Yeah, less than half the price.
Needed to complete. 540, 550 size motor, battery charger, servo saver, high-speed steering servo, 2-channel radio. Doesn't really specify 1S, 2S, 3S.
No, you do what you want.
Includes O-ring front wheels, solid rear axle, hubs, tires, gears, front end, and steering parts. Plus a clear Lexan funny car body and wing.
Really, body
Really?
and wing, everything.
So what you see in the picture is what it comes with.
Really?
That kind of changes everything.
Yeah. I mean, you could easily throw a 1S in there and run it. Or get some of those ones there, a little top fuel dragster action.
Say that was 30 inches long. Still run the same size motor, though, they're recommending. Includes the chassis. Includes wheels, tires, axles, linkage, clear Lexan body with front and rear wings. That's actually not a bad deal either.
No.
You could add some fun with those.
And they look cool.
I mean, really, everybody on here has a 540 or 550 motor kicking around.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have one right here. I could take that 550 motor that I took out of that Rift. It'd be fun class. I think it'd be more of an exhibition class, I think. But
What do those funny cars look like?
well, that was a Nitro funny car.
Let's see. Let's
13-inch funny car. Hey?
Nitro funny car? What did we do with that thing?
Nothing.
What kind of motor can we put in that thing?
So, okay, we have the body for this one at the store. It's actually almost looks like a short course body. This one's pretty short. This one is, well, this is old school. This one is designed with battery slots to hold up to 10 single cells or six cell stick pack.
Oh, vintage RC10.
Right? For the same price as the other one. I think I'd go with the other one.
Yeah, I'm not liking that. But is there another Pro Mag or Pro Mod, or I think there's one more I've seen in there. Go up a little bit. Keep going up. Where was that?
So dragster, legend, oval car, oval, pro mod that we just looked at.
Oh, here we go. It's that guy right there. That blue
Nitro.
and white. What's
Hey, this one?
Is there one just like that, but the red one?
Yeah, that's the one we were looking at earlier. That's a 13.
Yeah. What's wrong with that thing?
Nothing really. I mean, the body's not the nicest looking body, but who cares? For for $170, maybe. That'd be a fun car.
I think so. And there's the other one there too.
Pro stock here.
Yeah, Pro Stock. Can wheelbases on that sucker?
11-inch.
11-inch.
God, look at those. There's a pizza cutter front wheels.
Yeah.
But I really wonder what setup would be like on that, because there's no adjustment anywhere in this thing.
No, there's a little bar in the middle. Is that little bar coming off the back?
With a chunk of fuel line.
Yep. That's your adjustment. How much pressure on that fuel line do you want?
Which there's no side to side. There's no adjusting front. There's probably springs up here in the front. That's
Maybe.
about it.
Scott says we should all get top fuel. Now, do they offer?
Right, you want one? You want them? I'll order them. You get 4 guys that commit to it.
4 guys with money in hand.
4 guys commit, and I will order 4. And we could either commit to the 30-inch top fuel, which I think is badass looking and super cool, or we could commit to the funny cars.
Yeah. Do they have other bodies for the top fuel is my question.
No, well, they do have. There's a nitro dragster kit, but it's not in stock. What's the deal with this one? It's on back order. It's kind of a different body.
Yeah, it is.
This is a completion level kit, whatever the difference is there.
That one looks pretty much the same as the other one.
Yeah, I think I'd just stick with the other one. This says it's only 24-inch, so it's 6 inches shorter. But I think the longer ones look cooler anyways.
Yeah. That's what she said. I want to see that nitro one. I'm just curious. That nitro blue funny car.
You're just going to make me look at it, aren't you?
Yeah, we got to look at it. We got to look at that. Like, what kind of motor would we throw on that thing?
Doesn't really show you much. Fuel tank is behind the axle, though. You can see it there. So all your weight is on the back.
I'm just thinking, when we're on-road racing, everybody's kind of cool. Yeah, we're racing. And then when those nitro cars fire up, everybody's like, ooh, what's that?
Yeah. .12 or 0.18 size engine. The only problem with that is we're basically running in a school parking lot. Start making a bunch of noise with nitro motors, it's just going to piss people off.
Or they're going to think it's cool.
Yeah, maybe. We got your brain thinking now, don't we?
He says Hummingway.
Right? Yeah, pretty much. You're right. About $200 for a roller. You're right. What did I say? 170-ish is what those suckers cost. And then you got to put your electronics in it. So I mean, there's going to be. Hold on, let's see this one. This is actually a little more expensive. So 149 times 1.5. So 190, 187 something. So you say 190. Still cheap like borscht compared to a lot of the other things that you beat on.
Yes. Super cheap.
Do we have? Yeah. You're looking at it like just look at the look in this guy's eyes. Look at him. He's just it's like a kid in a candy store.
Yep.
You want that. I know you do. What are the option parts here?
Tires, just the way it should be. How much are the side of tires for those bad boys?
Well, it appears to run the same drag race concept tires as the other one.
Perfect. Get the biggest, fattest ones we can find, and that's what we're running for stock.
That's what it looks like to me. Looks like they're all the option upgrades are
tires.
Tires, yeah. I love these steering blocks. Love these steering blocks. Look at that. Look at the technology in those.
1984.
Wow. Look at this, not even cut. Like the sprue's not even cut right. Look at that. Still a chunk of the sprue. There's the other chunk of the sprue there still.
Nope. Look at casting, that molding. That mold cast is just.
Look at this. Look down here. All so nicely molded. Nice line right down the middle. Yeah.
I mean, X-ray version of this.
Tim still on here? Yeah, Aaron wants it. You're right. Aaron absolutely wants it. I want one. Everybody wants one. So he got until spring. Got till the snow disappears to make up your mind if you really, really want one. But that takes us away from our actual discussion about the rules of a stock class.
So what did we learn here? To hell with stock class. Let's go super fast. Let's throw some darts in the air. That's what those things are going to be like, darts.
Well, like that's where I said, like, everybody's freaking out about this 13.5 spec class. Do you just want to race, or do you want to build up a car based on the set of rules that's kind of vague and not really equal?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Or you build up some cars like these that are so stupid simple that we just cap it on a 2S battery and a certain kV size motor, and there you go.
Top fuel, 3S all the way.
You want to go 3S?
3S, put a 5-turn motor in it. I know a guy's got a couple sitting at the store.
I got one sitting here too.
Put some 5-turns in there, full out. We'll get some hot Hobby Wing ESCs that can handle the 3S. I think there's a cheaper one, like a 120. What the hell is it called?
What, motor or battery?
ESC.
ESC. Oh, there's that Toro one.
Well, we want to get to like something like Hobby Wing at least. At least the low end Hobby Wing. I think there's one that's 120 amp one.
Yeah, it depends if you want to go with censored or not. If you go away from censored, then you're making easy, cheap stuff.
Yeah, I'm a fan of censored. Let's go here. Products. Cars and trucks.
You're looking for fast stuff.
There was an. They used to have a 120 amp one. It wasn't stupid expensive either. It was like 150-ish. A little more voltage than the Just Stocks. You know.
Huh.
It was a quick run. No, quick runs are all sensorless.
Let's change this. Let's go here. It was a combo though, right?
I don't know if we can handle a 5-turn, but you know. They used to could. Or even, let's do some more keyboarding here.
Yeah, the XR10.
Stock spec might be the one.
Stock spec?
Stock spec, but not stock. Stock spec.
There it is.
Yeah, 124.9.
If you bought that motor separate, it's only an 80 amp ESC though. So
80 amps, that's it.
that's it.
That one similar to this, but was 120 amps. Might be gone away.
Waterproof Z-Run XR8. Yeah, it looks to me like it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. 160 amps, that's it.
Stock spec 2S. Yeah, that's the cheapest one. XR8, XR10 Pro. And then you got your axe combos for censored.
Well, I guess you do have the Legacy, right?
Yep.
Which they have them listed here for 149 now.
Yeah. Well, that is one of the things with them is they do like to change pricing all the time on it.
Yeah. So mind you, if you got that combo there, run everything 2S, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they went cheaper because they got the new G3 or the new ESC came out.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as they did that, well, let's take a look here. There's a category on here called price drop.
Price drop.
Price drop. Yeah, the Pro G2.
179. Drop. Price drop.
But this one here is a combo. And That is the smallest motor they are showing. This one will actually go. You can do an XR10 Pro A. It's an XR10 Pro 1S HD with a V10 3.5 turn G3 motor. Then you jump up to the next one, which would be a 2S version. And that's running a 4.5 turn G3.
Yeah, so we could do like a 2S, 5 turn even.
Yeah.
Make that your stock.
It'd be fun.
I'd
We'll
do
have that out of the next set of rules that we talk about.
that.
I did see your video of your Euro Trucks racing on your website. Matter of fact, let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I'll show Gord's belly dragger here in a minute. Groups. Is it on your Facebook group? I think it is, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. Videos. It's the one where she's walking in, right? Okay, I'm gonna try to. Oh, I gotta change that one. I'll stream this up here for you guys.
All right, it's Euro Truck action.
Yeah. I believe it's gonna be this one. And I think it's this video here. So just give me a second to get this in. So that's your old track.
So many memories. I put that hole in the rug right there.
You better watch it. Kelly's gonna come up and
Oh, nice. They got some clip track in there. Oh, yeah. Door to door.
yeah.
Oh.
So that's the old carpet that we used to run. Or used to run. And then
That's
they
a
had
nice
remember the
little
ramp
bowling
style.
alley.
Remember the ramp style track pieces that we used to have?
Yeah. The only reason why we had that was because the clip track was not available.
Right. I remember where some of those cars were from too.
Well, I gotta say that track is used so much that as soon as you roll it out, it lays down flat.
Right?
It
It
knows
did get a couple of ripples in it after a while, but nothing too bad.
Really, we had it rolled out. went down flat no matter what.
There we go. Yeah. So that's that. We'll probably get a copyright strike for that, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Let's go back and mute it.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing. Going in there and muting the sound out of it.
Mutiny.
Yeah.
Hey, Gert. I think Gert's looking
There
for
he is.
battery action.
Yeah, he's looking for two. He's looking for a 2S shorty pack, which I
Yeah.
think we have, but I'm not totally sure. I can't remember because my brain's foggy.
My brain.
I think we do though. But Tim would know because he's the one who keeps on grabbing them all and bringing them to the store.
Yeah. Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Gert, are you in for some drag racing or what? If you're just tuning in.
Ooh. No, we might not have any. Unless they change the barcode on it.
Gert says no.
He doesn't like going straight. I am not seeing any shorty packs here. I can rectify that.
No.
I could, well, maybe. I don't know. The orders coming up from the coast have been terrible too, so not going to make it here by the weekend, but I do have. What size do you need? Because I have, where the heck did my son put the battery? I have a shorty pack here. I've got a couple shorty packs you can use. They are 4mm bullets, so. But I have 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. 3 for sure. But I'll bring you one.
I figure out what's in my pavement car too. What I got in there?
I have.
Yeah, it's 4mm as well. 3,500.
So these are not. So I've got my 6s, and I got that 38 out of that mini. I've only got 1 6. But I do have a 5mm one. Maddox was just trying to put it in that little mint in this car.
Not so much.
Well, he was going to put it in here, and I said, well, why don't you just use the one out of your mini?
Makes sense.
Then he went, okay. Here, Gert. How about that? Oh, yeah. It's only, kind of big. But it's short. Might have to put a XT90 end on there, though.
XT90.
Where did he put that battery?
61. Just going down here. This is probably one you want to order is a 5100 for the F1.
Yeah, it's a shorter, slimmer one.
Yeah.
But it won't get here by the weekend, though.
No. Yeah, that's one. High performance.
Yeah. That's the same one I was
My
looking at
recommendation
before.
for F1. A little bit lower.
Oops.
So I think I'm running a 48.
Yeah.
Or 45.
I will get you a battery. You will have a battery to run. Because on race day, I'm not going to run my F1 anyways, so.
Oh.
I'll run mine on Saturday night.
We got a race against Matlow. Thanks, my coffee one.
2S hard case. Well, they got that super low pro 3500 one too.
3500.
3500.
That's when I got my payment car.
Yeah.
That same battery. Not in stock. The 5100 would be good. I like that.
Jesus, Ernest.
Scott, did you find a battery for your F1? That low. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I got 3500. I'll bring that one too. It's got 4 mil bullets, so.
I got this 38. I got a couple of these 38s too, and they're 5 mil bullets. These are the ones that are in that mini, and it is a 140C discharge battery. So those will work. So I got that. I got my 6,000. So I got battery. Well, you will have power. There will be juice. Anything to beat Matlow.
Can't beat Matlow.
He's not on here, so we got to pick on him.
Pick on when he's not here.
Yeah, pick on him when he's not here. I don't see him here. Anyways, I'm going to call our night because we're pretty much done, and I'm starting to lose my voice even more than before. So, racing on this weekend. What time are we opening up on Saturday?
I can't remember. I'll have to double check and make sure that we have the gym early. I think we got the gym early, but I just got to double check and make sure.
Okay. If you got the gym early, then we'll show up early.
I'll post it up.
Somebody needs to pick up the trailer. If I can't, I don't know if I can.
I think Luke said he's going to pick it up.
Okay. I could probably return it. Depends on what vehicle I'm stuck with.
Well, just got to disconnect the battery. We're good. Right? Truck won't start. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Gord wants to know when the next snow crawl is going to be, and Gord wants somebody to pick him up because he wants to race. Get a hold of Tim because he said he had spare space.
Yeah.
And then you're not worrying about my time schedule. Yeah, we'll get somebody to come pick up Kelly. So, funny story.
Funny story.
Speaking of picking people up, my parents are trying to go to Mexico. I know I said we were going to call this tonight, but I got to tell this story before we end this. My parents are going to Mexico. Originally, their flight was supposed to be Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. On Saturday, January 1st, they got an email from WestJet saying, your flight's been changed. First, it was canceled, and then they're like, okay, that's been changed. So they go through, they read it, and it's changed from going from Kelowna to Vancouver. Now it's supposed to go from Kelowna to Calgary, and then Calgary to Puerto Vallarta. Okay, no problem. They click OK. They say, yep, we approve. We'll allow this change. We don't care, whatever. But now that changes from going out on Tuesday to leaving on Wednesday morning. Today. Right?
Oh, God.
Same time, next day. Weather gets kind of crappy here, so my parents decide they want to go down, stay in a hotel instead of getting up at 3 a.m. and driving to the airport. They just figured it'd be better just to be at the hotel and catch a shuttle over. Good plan. I drive them down, drop them off. I come back to Vernon. When I come back to Vernon, I phone him just to check on something, and he receives another message from WestJet while we're on the phone saying his flight has been canceled. And he's like, what? He goes to check it and can't find any information in the email, just this text message or whatever it is saying to check his messages. So he does. Can't find any information in any of his listing. His tickets are still showing up all from the emails and everything. They're all verified. Now he's paid for his seats and everything too, right? Like picked where your seats are and everything. Then he goes, gets up at 3:00 in the morning, catches the shuttle over this morning, messages me at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh God.
Those beepers, we're not really that child friendly. Those fuckers have screwed up my flight, and they're not leaving until 5:00 this afternoon.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that all gets changed. The flight that they're supposed to be on totally changed. Now, 5:00 this afternoon rolls around. He phones me hotter than hell because guess what? That flight doesn't even exist. He's got boarding passes and tickets, and no plane showed up. They're telling people at the airport, this is WestJet, they're telling people at the airport, your plane is due to arrive in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. It's all still showing up on the display. Then they find out it hasn't even left Calgary. Never mind showing up or anything.
Oh man.
Then they find out that it's overbooked. So they don't have seats on that plane either.
What?
Yep. So now he's pissed right off. And he is going to now attempt. I gotta go pick him up from Kelowna tomorrow, drive him home, and he's going to stay home and contact WestJet and chew somebody a new ass until somebody tells him what's going on and gets him a flight that is actually going to leave.
Oh man.
But he had to book a hotel in Vancouver because they changed his flight. Originally, it was supposed to be going from Kelowna to Vancouver, Vancouver to Puerto Vallarta. Then that changed from Kelowna to Calgary, Calgary to Puerto Vallarta. Then they changed it back today to Kelowna to Vancouver to Puerto Vallarta again. And then that flight never showed up to get him from Kelowna to Vancouver. So he can't go there. So now he had to cancel his room because the flight to go to Puerto Vallarta wasn't supposed to leave until tomorrow morning. Well, now he can't make it there, so he's going to miss that flight. So the nightmare is real. Everybody I don't think traveling is a good thing to do right now. I don't think WestJet or any of these airlines care about getting back in business. They're just going to put their hand out and want kickbacks or something because they can't make things work for whatever their excuse is. But he is sure hot, like really pissed off.
Not very happy.
Don't blame him. Right? Anyways, that's my story. So I get to go pick up my parents tomorrow from Kelowna, bring them back because their trip to Mexico has started off on a real great foot. Anyways, that is it. That's all for me.
Brutal.
You guys have a good one. Gord, get a hold of Tim or whatever, or whoever. I know I can't because I don't know what time I'm leaving. Wow. See, Scott says his in-laws' flight to Mexico was canceled 7 times last week.
Brutal.
That's kind of like my mom and dad. Same deal. They're in the same boat. They're pissed. So, yeah. I was supposed to go to Mexico near the end of in 2.5 months or something. I was thinking of going. I'm starting to have some pretty serious doubts about whether I'm going to bother going.
Book a ticket, but you won't make it there.
Well, if I knew I was going to get my money back for the tickets, but all of these airlines are pulling this crap and not refunding your money. So, yeah. And I don't have the extra money to spare on that. I got drag cars to buy.
Yeah, drag cars to buy.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys next week. And you guys will pay attention for a poll that's going to come up on Make My Fun. It'll probably be on Make My Fun on what car Aaron should have. What car should Aaron run for U4 rock bouncing? And we'll talk to you guys later.